Welcome to Crown Chat with Nichelle, where we celebrate remarkable women who are making waves in the world while juggling the demands of everyday life, inspiring others, and leaving a lasting impact. I'm your host, Nichelle Miller, reigning Pure International Elite Ms. Ambassador. Join me as we explore the stories of extraordinary women shaping our world right here on Crown Chat with Nichelle. Hello and welcome to Crown Chat with Nichelle. I'm your host, Nichelle Miller. If you're new to us, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. You know we always have a good time here in the Glam Studio, and tonight is no exception. This next lady that I'm having on, I've been trying to catch forever. She's doing everything and doing it big, so I'm excited to share her with y'all. I'm going to pull her in and have her introduce herself. So, hello, Queen.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be able to chat with you.
I am honored to have you here. The last time I saw you in person, I was judging for you, and there was a tornado. Do you remember that?
It's the great December tornado of Kentucky 2021.
It was insane, absolutely insane. And you and your mama were running an amazing show with everything that was going on. So you truly showed me how to pivot. But let's talk about you now. What's this? What's the going on here, ma'am?
Well, I am the current reigning Mrs. Kentucky American 2024. I'm actually in my final days of being Mrs. Kentucky American. This weekend, I give this title away to a new lucky lady that's going to get to represent Kentucky at Mrs. American National Pageant. Hopefully in August, like I did last year. We don't have dates yet, but we're anxiously all waiting for that. But yeah, we're getting one of my very last appearances of this year.
Wow, and it's me. I'm touched. I'm so excited. So tell us a little bit about your pageant journey. I mean, you didn't just jump in as a Mrs. Tell us how you got there.
I started competing whenever I was 15. I started in local county fairs, which is a huge thing here in Kentucky. And I loved it, but I also hated it at the same time. The entire first year that I competed, I did not win a single pageant. I think I got in the top 10 at one county fair as a teen, and I was like, that's enough. I'm done. We'll try again some other time. I took a little bit of time off, and then I found the festival system and won a prelim for that. And I was 16, and now I'm 27, and the rest is history.
Wow. Wow. So from a teen to a Mrs., what was the biggest change in that process for you?
I think just learning how to find my own voice. Something that was really hard for me was walking into an interview and not being afraid to tell the judges I'm ready for the job. I want the job. I realize that this is the job. And there's a lot of controversy a little bit about calling it a job because you don't get paid. But to me, I take titles very seriously as if it would be my job, with or without pay. And maybe it's just because I'm super involved in the organizations here locally that I just feel about getting paid and I give it my all anyways. But I think just being able to go in and kind of honk my own horn and be like, hey, here is all the things that I've accomplished. Here's all the things that I've accomplished because of pageantry. Pick me.
Yeah, yeah. That's great. I love that. So throughout your journey, I mean, I know most pageant systems, you have a platform or you have a cause. What is your platform now, and has it always been that?
My platform now is actually not the platform that I've always had. When I first started competing as a young teen, my platform was called Dancing from Your Heart for Your Heart for the American Heart Association. I did that in honor of my grandpa Floppy, battled heart disease, had open heart surgery, all the things. So I wanted to do something that would support that. And then as I grew and I got involved locally with the Toys for Kids program, the Parents for Tots program, I saw a lot of things that I did not realize that so many youth face. And then I believe, 21 at the time whenever I created my new platform, Teaching Are You Service. And I was asked actually in a pageant interview what is something that my parents did that I felt like was beneficial to me. And I told them my mom kept me busy, not because she made me, but I just wanted to be in every club under the sun in high school. I wanted to try all the things and stay as involved in my community as I could. And I owe a lot of how I turned out today and how I stayed out of trouble to being so busy that I didn't have time to find trouble. So whenever I got involved with Toys for Kids, and I saw that a lot of kids deal with big adult feelings and see what their parents are doing or their role models, they don't need to see that. And you know that there's people out there, and not only that, I wanted to get youth involved in the community to keep them busy so they don't find bad stuff either.
Yeah.
And in our youth service was born, and now I have 26 kids in my program that age range from 3 to 18, and it's really fulfilling and something I'm very, very proud of.
That's wonderful. And I love because my platform has to do with children, girls as well. So anytime someone's working with kids, I'm like, yes, so important that we can help
Yes,
shape
it
their
is.
future, to avoid things that we may have been exposed to now. So in your current title, I mean, you're transitioning in a very unique way that I've never seen world, but you shortly after gaining your title, after competing in Vegas, came back and had this huge announcement. So tell us about that.
It was kind of crazy how it happened, and it is definitely something that I feel like was meant for me and was kind of like my stepping stone on what would come next. Once I got married in 2022, I didn't know what was going to happen. I held the national title at that time for America's Miss, and once I gave that up, I was kind of like, what does one do now? I'm kind of running out of things to compete in, which is the terrible problem to have, and I'm very thankful for my journey and how it's all played out. But I didn't know what was going to happen, so on a whim, after I gave up my title with AMM, I entered a photo contest that Mrs. Kentucky did, and I said, if I win this photo contest, I will go to Mrs. Kentucky in April. If I don't, this is it. I'm done. I'm happy with how I ended. I ended on a beautiful note. I achieved a goal. Well, I won the photo contest, and I went and competed at Mrs. Kentucky in April. I took home Mrs. Kentucky American, and once I got to Vegas, I think it was day 2 that I was there, and I was just like, I think Mom can tell you too. I think it was day 2, and I said, I'm not going to win this pageant. Like, I just had a feeling. I said, this title is not meant for me. Mrs. American is not the title that I was made for. I don't know why this was part of my journey, why I was born here, because I have such a strong connection to the system and their national platform being Victoria's voice. And I loved everything about it, and I loved how it was created for married women and for other women in the Miss Division 18 and up. Um, I just loved it, and I loved the experience of being there. You feel like a true celebrity, but I was like, I'm not going to win this pageant. This is just not for me. I just knew in my gut. So I competed, I gave it my all, had the time of my life, would not trade that experience for anything in the world, hands down the coolest pageant experience I've ever had in my life. And I don't know, after finals, I just said I was fine. Everybody expected me to be very upset. I don't know why. I was perfectly fine. And I said, I don't know what my purpose with this organization is, but I have a bigger purpose. And a couple weeks later, our director at the time, that was my director, reached out and was like, "Hey," she announced that she's stepping away from the directorship role, and she said, "I've seen you as a director. I've seen all the awesome things that you've done. If you're interested, if I were you, I would reach out to the national office and tell them that you're interested." And I did, because I was like, maybe this is why I felt such a strong connection to this organization, and I just couldn't figure out why. And then I applied, turned in my application, turned in my resume, and I said, I know that I'm a current title holder. I know that this is crazy. Yes, I am okay with taking it over and making state my farewell weekend, but also being a crazy director. But I don't know. I did it. Now I'm here, and this weekend is the big thing. I'm very excited, and I don't have the feeling you get when you give your title away is always super bittersweet. But I have such a cool, like, I feel so fulfilled and so happy and so excited. And this is a goodbye. It's just to see you later is like literally I'll see you in just a couple minutes as the director. So it's no big deal. I'll be back.
Definitely. I think that's such a beautiful thing that you've poured your heart into it. You've seen both sides because you've directed before in other
Yes.
capacities and then you've competed and now you're able to be there as a coach and mentor for these new ladies and I think that's absolutely amazing. So, you're doing your farewell walk, I'm sorry, and stepping into your directorship the same weekend.
Yes.
So, what are you most looking forward to in this new role?
I am very much so looking forward to being able to take what I learned at nationals and what my sister queens, Megan and Lindsay, learned at nationals and take our experience as a whole together and kind of pass on this very recent, very fresh, hands-on advice to our new queens. I feel like I can send them in more prepared than anybody right now because my nationals experience is still so fresh in my mind and know exactly. I feel like I have a good grasp of what they need to do and what their year as a title holder needs to look like. So I'm just very excited, first of all, to see who gets crowned because we have 20 of, I think, the best Miss and Mrs. Pageant contestants in the state of Kentucky. So I'm a little bit panicked because they're all good and they can all win. And I just feel for all of them because they're all so deserving and so worthy. But I'm excited to see who it is, and I'm excited to go on the national journey with them and help them prepare and give them a fantastic year like what I've had.
That's wonderful. And I love your humility and your awareness as far as your purpose. And when you were in Las Vegas and you felt, this isn't my journey, but there's something else for me, and that you stepped into it out. But I was looking at your pictures that you were posting and your mom posted while you were out there. Who styled you? Because you looked incredible the whole week.
Well, I did my own hair and makeup the
Okay.
entire time from the very first day to competition. I did it myself. I have actually got bit by a snake a couple years ago that gave me allergy alpha-gal, and I'm very sensitive to a lot of makeup and skincare products. Typically, just feel more comfortable doing my own makeup and things. And everybody tells me that I don't need anybody to do my hair because I do a good job at it. So I was like, you know what? I'll just do it myself. And then I won't have to worry about me like breaking out in hives or anything crazy. And all of my outfits and everything, I was styled by Mama T, my mom. I'm 27 years old, and she, in fact, does still dress me in almost every aspect of life. So all of my good pageant styling, she does all the shopping, she picks it out, she tells me what to try on, tells me how to accessorize and all the things.
And she's phenomenal. And she also coaches, just kind of a plug for her if anybody's looking for coaching. Um, so, I mean, you're a wife, you work, you have this new role, and then you also direct. How do you keep everything organized? A lot of people think, oh, there's no way I could do all of that. How do you keep it all together?
A lot of lists. My planner is my best friend. I have a physical planner, and then I have my calendar in my phone that is just a literal repeat of what my physical calendar is. It's all about time management and a lot of balance. I try and keep myself busy, and I'm 100% one of those people that um, I do better with a super full plate. And whenever my plate isn't as full, I feel like, okay, what can I be doing? What could I improve? Like, what can I put on my plate? What can I do? What can I sign up for? What can, all of the things. So the more that I have on my plate, the more fulfilled I feel as a person and just in life in general. So the busier I am, the better. I'm thriving. And people think I am insane for that. I love it.
I relate to that 1,000%. My husband's always like, stop, take a break. I'm like, I feel like I'm missing something. I've got to be doing something. I have to be in motion. So I love it, love it, love it, love it. So with that, I guess, what was your favorite appearance as a title holder? And then what is going to be the hardest thing to say goodbye to as a title holder?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I've had so many awesome experiences and appearances that I've gotten to go to. I love all of the Derby events always. As a Kentucky girl, it's a big deal for the Kentucky Derby. I got to go to an event called Race for Grace just a couple weeks after I won last year. And they do that for the Backside Ministry at Churchill Downs. It's a fundraiser. Tim Tebow was the speaker. So that was really awesome to hear him speak and to be like breathing the same air as Tim Tebow. That was a really awesome experience. It happens on Millionaires Row in the box. You get fed. That was really awesome. Super cool. Everything that I've done has been great and is a memory that I'm going to cherish forever. But I think that one would probably be up there at the top. And it was not my first time going to that. I had been to it in the past, but being Mrs. Kentucky and going was really cool just because this year I felt like I really got to embrace being a Kentucky title holder and doing all of the Kentucky things. So that was really awesome. And then the thing that I'll probably have the hardest time kissing goodbye. I don't know. I love being on stage, and I've been on stage since I was a little girl. My mom put me in dance when I was 4 years old. I'm an only child. I was super shy, believe it or not. Like, I did not talk to people at all whenever I was little. So before I went into kindergarten, she put me in dance and said, well, she's either going to love it or she's going to hate it. And I ended up loving it. I loved every second of being on stage. I took dance very seriously, even whenever I was young. And I don't know, I just grew into loving the stage. I love how you feel when you're up there. It's so empowering, and the confidence that you get whenever like the spotlights hit you and you're just doing it for yourself. At least for me, I get on stage for me. I really don't care what the judges think about me. I go in with the mindset that they're either going to love me or they're going to hate me. And that's just that. This crown on my head is awesome. It is just a wonderful thing to achieve a goal. However, it is not the end all be all. And I'm doing this for me. It's something fun to do with my mom and my grandma for our girls' weekend. It's our thing. So I think just doing that and going with them to different pageants and being on stage and that rush you feel whenever, you hear your contestant name and number called out.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've retired, I don't know how many times, but here we go. So
we never actually retire. We always say that we're done, but it doesn't always happen.
Exactly. So you have a great group of girls coming in. You've got this amazing support system. What's the one thing that's on your bucket list as a director?
I want to get my girls into the best events that the state has to offer. I'm working on some really awesome appearances for them for this year. Kentucky has so many cool things and so many awesome events that happen across the state all year long. One of them is to just make sure that they feel like the celebrities that they are. I want them to get all the attention, be proud of themselves, be like, feeling all the glam and the glory for winning this title. And not only that, but being able to do it with them and being alongside of them and learning more about their stories and what they stand for. And then obviously going back to nationals, I plan to be there the entire time with them from start to finish and supporting them with whatever they need and just being a super duper hands-on director. That's my biggest thing. I just want my hands, my feet, all of it in it, being sure that I'm there for them in whatever capacity that they need me.
Absolutely. And that's such an incredible statement from a director to be hands-on, because you need that support when you're in this uncharted territory. You have no idea what to do, what to say sometimes, and you're just like, ah. So to have someone that's done it and wants to be there is such an amazing contribution. So you have done it all. I mean, we've missed, for people that wanted to enter, they've missed for this year, but ladies that are interested in competing in I guess it'll be 2026. That sounds weird. How would they get involved or reach out or get started on their journey?
So you can go to mrskentucky.net. That is our website. There is a contact us form. I'm hoping to have state dates finalized for next year, right after state this year. I plan to have it at the same place that I'm having it in Somerset at the Center for Rural Development, as long as things go well. I'm hoping to kind of have that all up and going just within a couple of days of state being over, because I want to give the girls more of an opportunity. Something that I loved about my journey was I won that photo contest back in the summer. So I had the whole summer and the whole, pretty much the whole year up until April to represent with my local title as Mrs. Taylor County and go out into my own community and do all of the things and represent across the state with my local title for this system. And I think that it is something that made a difference for me whenever I was interviewing for this title last year, because I got asked what my plan was, and I said, well, I'm already doing my plan as Mrs. Taylor County. It'd just be a lot cooler if I was Mrs. Kentucky doing it. So I want to give the girls that opportunity to get their local titles in enough time to be able to go out and represent their local title and work the sash and, prepare for the journey and have the same type of experience as I did. This year, it didn't really work out like that because it was such a last minute sort of taking over and throwing it together. But that's my plan for next year, because honestly, having my local title for this system and then going to a state title holder, it was just a very full circle, really neat moment and opportunity. So I want to have that for them. We're going to have photo contests on our Facebook page, Kentucky America Presents. I always give away free entries. So the photo contests are a great way to knock that registration fee off. I'm very generous. I love discounts and discount codes and all the things. I know it is very costly to do this hobby. So I'm going to do photo contests throughout the year. Seasonally, we're going to have, I don't know what they're going to be called yet, but we'll have one in the spring, fall, winter, holidays, all the things. So yeah, we'll have that. And then you can apply online at mrskentucky.net.
Fantastic. And typical queen, a typical working queen, you have a plan already. You're like, we're going to do this and this and this and this.
Well, I have my degree in marketing. So I already, I took on the directorship, and my marketing plan was my very first thing that I knew I had to do, because I can't just run this without having a plan.
Phenomenal, phenomenal. Peyton, I'm so grateful that you were here and that we got the moment to catch up and chat. And I guess, I mean, I could talk to you forever, but I promised you 20 minutes. So, what piece of advice or last minute inspiration would you like to share with our viewers and listeners tonight?
Don't give up. Keep on trucking. Keep doing it. Like I said, my entire first year that I competed, the best I could get was one singular top 10 placement. And if you're a Kentucky girl and you're still trying to win a county fair, baby, I still ain't won one of those. So I've done all the things and I can't win a county fair to save my life. But, you can't give up. You can't just get frustrated. It is very easy to just, throw the towel in this sport and just get devastated and down on yourself. And you need to do it for you, like I said earlier, and get something from it. And I always said that I never lost. I always grew. I always took something. I tried to find something that I could do better. So don't give up. Don't just throw the towel in. Don't get frustrated and discouraged. I know that it is so easy to do, but keep trucking, keep going, because you never know what could come up in your journey, what could happen in your path. And like I said, at the end of the day, this crown, this sash, it's awesome. It's a wonderful opportunity. The things that you can do with it is amazing. But I'm about to hang this up in a couple days, and you're not going to see me doing anything different than what I would with a crown and sash. You can go out and volunteer and make a difference without a title. You can go out and change lives without a title. It's wonderful to have this, but it's not everything, and don't make it everything. It's wonderful, but there are great things out there with or without a crown and sash.
Well, there we go. From the mouth of 2024 Mrs. Kentucky American, we can't thank you enough, Peyton, for being on. We'll be watching your journey. I will post the links to the websites and Facebook page you gave us so that everybody can follow along. You guys follow her journey. She's absolutely amazing. She's just as beautiful inside as she is outside. Will help you with anything and has so much knowledge. So I can't thank you enough for being here tonight. Everybody that's tuned in, remember, never dull your sparkle because someone else can't handle your shine. We'll see y'all next time on Crown Chat. Have a great night.